more. And I want to address some of these comments real quick. We're going to start with phone auto talk. If you're looking at this by color, you don't deserve to be in this country. I agree 1,000%. Right is right. See, we dealing with, you know what I learned, bro, in this country for the last 8 years, especially since I started kind of like coming into knowledge. You're not dealing with black and white. You're not dealing with Republican or Democrat. You're dealing with good versus evil, smart versus dumb. And a lot of these situations, such as this, was an IQ test. And again, most black people, and I need it, and again, this is not me bashing, this is me telling the truth. And let me dive in there before I finish the comment. Most black people have very, very low IQ. I'm going to tell you why. You know, again, I told y'all earlier in the video that every community have two pillars in the community, two trees with several branches. And all of the community got the same two trees with several branches on each tree. That's the capitalism tree, the education tree. This is the thing that they thrive. But the black community have two trees too. They the only community in the world or the United States that have this. They have two trees. And that two trees is social justice and social media with several trees. Is capitalism on one of those trees as a branch? Absolutely. Is education one of the branches on those trees? Absolutely. But it's not their pillars. Their pillars is social justice, social media. Everything that their whole life from when they wake up in the morning, not all, but most, is either how can what I'm doing, where I'm going, where I work, how can that give me likes on social media? How can that give me like, how can this make me be viewed? And if it's not coming from that perspective, it's I'm black. Woe is me because I'm black this. This is their whole life. So this takes up all of their time and energy to the point where they can't think outside of that to grow their mental capabilities. Even when you talk about the athletes and people who get money and the black people who are financially stable and successful, it's all about social media. They spend money on looking good to flex on their own because they know they can't compete with nobody else. They can't flex on nobody else. They can't even flex on the people who come here, the Asians, the Arabs. They can't even flex on them. So they get these things and they take trips. You can't go to the airport. You go to the airport, you trying to get through TSA and they stumbling all over you because they trying to be on a selfie. They going live, right? Everywhere they go, I seen one of these goofy females the other day. She a phlebotomist. She actually taking a picture or video of her giving blood to a patient and posting it on her story. They can't do nothing without posting it because everything. But listen, bro, I don't want to go too deep and get off too veer off subject. But I believe that's why I think social media was because, bro, social media was the last nail in the coffin to black people. When you see these people, when y'all see all these people fighting at airports and all that, this is something that was planted on social media. That's where it came from. And it just ended up manifesting into them seeing each other. But it's all about that their whole life. When you got a community who don't have fathers in the home, right? They come up in single parent household, they're neglected. A lot of them have low self-esteem. And they can get validated on social media. Social media is a place where they can go and make their horrible life look good, be broke, look rich, and do all kind of stuff. Is a facade, and it gives them meaning, right? And so when you talk about social media, this is why they go again. But I don't want to go to. So that's why social media, and that's all they hold. And again, if it's not that, it's social justice. Everything about black. Like, bro, whereas these other people, that's not nowhere on their mind being on word. Do they have other races of people that do it? Because you gotta be that's another thing, you gotta be very precise when you're talking about when you having these conversations with black people. Because the first thing they'll say is, I know white people post on social media too. We know all that. What I'm saying is it's not something that. And the ones of them who obsessive with social media is the ones that hang with you Negroes. That's who it is. They wiggers and they live the black way. But I'm saying I was with my white boy. I was with some of my white friends. I mean a couple of months ago, and I was telling him I was like, they real successful. And I was telling him like, why y'all don't travel? And he was like, we do. We just don't post everything. And it was like, it hit me like, I'm like, it was funny. But it was like, damn, you feel me? And he was showing me some places that they don't, because they don't care. That's not what my lawyer. He go to suite now. He don't never post when he go to suite. He might post like one picture and that's it. He not going live, hey, bro, I'm in suite. Like, bro, and like they can't even have fun because their whole life is about. I seen this. Listen, man, I'm telling you, it's disgusting. I seen a woman the other day, bro, and she a business owner. This I told up there. She a business owner, and she's riding, and she takes a picture of a car seat. I don't know if she was going to make a deposit or she had just got some money. I don't know. It's probably like 30,000 on the seat, all 100. And I'm like, and she posted this on social media. Everybody know, and I'm not saying nobody gonna do it now, because again, but I'm just saying, what are we doing? Right? But this is a community that's just so low self-esteem. They got such low value of themselves. Why? Because as children, a seed is planted in them. This is another thing I was telling my one of my little family members the other day. A seed is planted in most Black children as a child that you have to work harder in America. That you can't succeed because you're Black. These seeds grow and they manifest. And these grown adults, and I look at men, and it's just so that when I see Black men like that, I mean, women, again, I understand they're grown children, but the Black men who still, you got Black men with gray hair in their face still crying and whining about white people. Like, how faggot and feminine could you can be? You know what I mean? And then you got these white people and all these other races, they're not doing that with their children. They're telling their children from you could do whatever you want. You're going to be great. Now, again, these things manifest. So now a 40-year-old Black man, a 40-year-old white man look at the world completely different. The Black man look at the world as it's against him because he's Black, just because he's Black, not because the reputation of people who look like him, just because he's Black. And the white man looking at we're going to take the white man out because he's 60% of the population, he's in power. We're going to say the Asian. He looking at America like, thank you, God, I'm here. What? The Arab, the Indian. What? I'm in America? I could do, man, get the. And the Black man, he could be a lawyer. He could be a professional football player. And he's still, I'm LeBron. I'm racial. It's sick, it's pathetic, it's demonic, and it's feminine. But let me finish reading these comments. But again, that was the first comment from Mr. or Mrs. Phone Auto Talk. I don't know who you are, but I agree with you 1,000%. You say if you're looking at that situation by color, you don't deserve to be in the country. I agree with you 1,000%. Mr. DJ Hudson.